1941, the Stockport Workhouse was a place for 690 poverty-stricken people to live and work. The workhouse was the last resort for yourself and loved ones during the Victorian era, as you were treated more like inmates of a prison, stripped of your identity and given a number, submitting yourself to agonising work just for a place of stay. Families were all separated onto different wings across the building and locked in at night to force that feel of imprisonment. Overcrowding grew rapidly in the first year, leading to rough living conditions which meant diseases and poor health were common. The Commission documented on a reported visit in 1894 that workers were stacked on top of each other in their wings, sometimes locked in there for days before being sent to the courtyards to work. With a living environment like this, death was ordinary. All the deceased inmates were laid out here on the original 1800s mortuary slab tucked away in the basement of the building. With all this past history of the Stockport Workhouse, it's no surprise the site is known to be one of the most haunted buildings in all of Manchester. The top floor in particular being one of the most active parts of this building, the women's wing. So haunted in fact that the staff of the hospital during its final days weren't allowed up here due to whatever resides. The story goes that it is a female with spirit who lived and died up here. She often gets angry when anyone goes near this ward. How will she react seeing us later? How will the building react? The place has been left derelict since 2004 and has been well secured from the public, a structure once full with energy for hundreds of years, now sitting here empty, supposedly infested with their spirits. We decided to start our investigation on the top floor women's wing where this female of a spirit is meant to haunt. Before we even started, while setting up our equipment, the psionics camera captured two female moans. Okay, so we're on the top floor now. This floor is known to be one of the most haunted areas of this building. This would have been the women's wing, and this is where they all would have stayed. You can imagine the conditions of them all cramped in here, in these three big rooms up here on the top floor. Another bang downstairs. What's going on? Let's just start. Let's go in. I'm just going to call and introduce ourselves. We come in peace, we come in respect. We just want to talk to you. We understand the times you went through up here. Enjoy that big bang. Turn the Oculus device on now. So the Oculus 3 is a device that spirits can talk through with the energy. There's a word database inside of it. Spirits can use their energy to produce words out of it. So we could get words coming through this, what mean something to the building, something what used to go on there. Do you have a message for anyone? All you have to do is just walk up to us and speak. What is that? Listen.
Phone. Just said phone. The Ovilus device just said phone. Do you have a message for anyone? Listen. Phone. Phone who?
Just go and walk in here, man.
What's that? Did you hear that?
We heard something.
Come on, this is known to be seriously haunted up here. People weren't allowed back up here when it was a hospital because you own this place.
Can't really see how close I am towards you.
With it turning so still up here, we decided to move things down to the lower floors, which was where this constant sound of banging was coming from.
Let's go.
Goes further across it.
So this would have been one of the rooms where the workers would have lived. They would have all been crammed in here, surrounding this fire in the winter months. Although I'm going to walk around the voice recorder on because EVPs are going to be active in here shortly. It's just full of noises, this building. What's that?
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah, at the same time I heard that there was like a lighting on my own camera. I think that's just the building making noises, bro. That's the building creaking, I think.
The thing is, we didn't hear this last time, that's what's concerning me.
Well, we weren't investigating, were we? We were just like walking through. Shh, shh, shh.
No, that's fucking...
Yeah, what is that? Shh, shh. Who is that? I've got chills, man.
Same.
Someone's in this room with us. Is that upstairs? Is somebody moving around in here? Shh, shh, shh. Shh, shh, shh.
No, that's fucking...
Yeah, what is that? Shh, shh.
Bro, it's so fucking cold in here, bro.
It is, isn't it? And I've got
To
chills.
the point I'm actually almost about to shiver. Not a fan of this room.
Who's making noises? Are you still living in this room? There is noises all around us, but you've got to remember this building is like 200 years old. Let's go investigate. We heard you. You're interested, aren't you? Interested why we're in your building. Can you make your presence known? We know the pain and suffering you went through, and it was disgusting. Nobody deserved the treatment you all got. Nobody. It's a big room here, man. This building was made for to confuse the people who were in here, so they couldn't escape. So there's so many corridors, there's so many staircases. And even we were getting affected by it. So we're going to make our way down these stairs now. I can't see anything, right? So I have to guide us.
If you look carefully just outside the doorway, you can see what looks like a light anomaly travelling towards us. What is striking about this light anomaly is the way it moves and the way it seems transparent, and also the fact that it disappears.
So dark in here, I can just kind of see like the moonlight peeking through the cracks of the windows. Did you used to work here? We heard this was the workhouse. And we heard that conditions here were brutal.
Ooh.
What was that? And we heard that conditions here were brutal.
Ooh.
What was that?
Come in here, Don.
You in here?
There's a hole there, isn't there, that leads up?
Yeah, it's that. There used to be a staircase there. What chores were you sent to do? We heard you had to deal with stones. Was it something to do with stones? Am I correct? You say that and I'm going to set the camera up. Feelings and energy in here, you can feel it. You've heard some very unexplained noises. Got the EMF on, get the voice recorder on, do some EVP sessions. So record on the voice recorder again, got off this on. We're just going to call out. Hug! As I said, we understand what you went through and it was terrible. What was this room used for? What used to go on in this room? Was this the living quarters? Was this where you all lived? You can come and speak to us. This is your chance. You're probably never going to get anyone to talk to again. This is your chance to come and speak. Go this way. I'll keep the camera recording, keep the psionics recording. See if anything happens in this room whilst we're venturing through this floor. Let's go, man. I can't see a thing in front of me, so you can't really guide me. Anybody in here?
Did you hear something?
Got a cold breeze blowing me.
Did you hear something then?
I did, yeah. What was that? What was that, bro? I heard a noise behind you.
Behind me?
Right, let's move down to the next floor, to the lower floor. Suicide railings right here to stop people from throwing themselves to the death. These would have been here since the day this building first opened. So we're back on the ground floor again.
How? Wait a minute. How?
No idea, bro. So let's just walk around now.
keeps going on. Just keeps going on. It's fine, it's not bubbles then.
What the fuck is that, bro? That was weird, that.
Yeah, that was weird. Going back in there, man. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm recording an EVP right now. Try and keep still, man, yeah.
We just want to hear about the stories, what went on in here, and hear it from the people themselves, you. What is that? What is that? It sounds so like weird, man.
Is it fireworks?
Don't know. A banging sound.
I don't know if that's in the building or out the building. Right, we need to go upstairs now and do one more in the master's quarters, which is supposed to be a really haunted spot. That's where the person who would have owned this place, the family would have lived. Kind of lost in there, trying to find a way to the master's quarters, and we have no idea where it is. So let's just go upstairs. Hopefully it's something like that.
I think this is the master's quarters right here, bro. From this little bit here, what I recognise from the pictures.
Joshua Chase. You was the master of this place, weren't you? This was your building.
Joshua Chase was the master of the workhouse who would have been responsible for the running and administration of the institute. Him and his family would have lived in this section of the building.
Many died from the conditions they lived in. Do you still feel guilty? Is that why you're still here?
It was during this point of when incredible EVP was captured on our voice recorder, which we'll analyse together at the end of the episode.
He's over here. I have a meeting with you. I came here today to check up on the conditions of the workers, and it's terrible. It's terrible.
Do you hear that? I hope that was not me, mate.
That was you or not?
That was not me, bro. It was near you.
Yeah, you're not happy, are you? You've heard it all before. It's terrible.
Do you hear that? I hope that was not me, mate.
Yeah, you're not happy, are you? You've heard it all before. Yeah, you're not happy, are you? You've heard it all before. We're going to be leaving this building soon. So if there is anybody here who wishes to have a message to be passed on, this is your final chance.
So dark. It's so, so dark.
I did see something go past the camera.
You did,
It could have been dust, but it seemed like more white. You'll see on the recording. Kind of quick as well, one direction to the left.
Anybody in this room? Is you one of the old psychiatric patients? Is you one of the inmates?
I get so lost in there. So many different staircases to get to different floors. Right, let's head to the, look at this, man. Wow, the cage doors are locked in there. And it would have locked the inmates in that section. Story of this place. This is not reported, it's not documented, but a man who used to be an inmate was cut open alive on this table. The doctors mistaked him, and he was actually still alive when we started to perform an autopsy on him, and he bled out on this exam saying slab right here. Hopefully going to try and find out now if it's true or false. And this room we're in would have probably been the oldest part of this building. It's the foundation of the building.
Do you hear that again?
Yeah. Was your body once placed on this slab right in front of me? Now many people believe that mortuaries aren't maybe apart. Obviously just said apart. That's right, you were cut open, you were cut apart here, weren't you? You bled to death, didn't you, right in front of me? You do one final thing. You can do a knock.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Some noises like that, as I've said 100 times before, can't jump straight to paranormal over the taps. But I did ask for it to do a noise and it did it on command. It's freezing down there. It's freezing down there. It's probably been freezing down there for hundreds and hundreds of years because back in the 1800s they would have relied on the coldness of the room to keep the bodies as fresh as possible so they could do autopsies on them. End of session.
Sweet.
Hours we spent inside the workhouse investigating. Only one significant piece of evidence was picked up on the recordings. It was captured during our session in the master's quarters when I was calling out for the master of the workhouse to make himself known. It sounds like this spirit is talking in a French language, which could make sense as this building may have been used as a military hospital during the World Wars.
Is that you, Josh? Josh, you there, Mr. Chase? It's very cold in here. Is that you, Josh? Josh, you there, Mr. Chase? It's very cold in here. It's very cold in here.
Is that you, Josh? Josh, you there, Mr. Chase?